my beloved, welcome to my channel. I really hope you're good. I'm gonna try to make this video quite short. Okay, it's a video that I tried to record, I think it was yesterday, but it just didn't work out. I was late, so the sun was going down, and yeah, the lighting was horrible. So I decided to do another video recording of this video. Okay, it's gonna be a story time that I want to share with you guys. I want to share with you guys my spiritual journey, my experience, and a spiritual journey through journeying with the Golden Teacher. If you don't know what that is, that's also known as a mushroom. Okay, magic mushroom. Okay, so I'm not gonna like explain in terms of like how other people have used it. Like, really, for me, it was a spiritual experience, which is really what it is. Even people that are not aware, that are using it as a party drug and stuff, that what they don't really know what they're dealing with. Okay, so I wouldn't advise anyone to just take it for the fun of it. I think it really is something for a spiritual experience, for a connection. If you are creative, okay, if you're a creator, if you create music, content, movies, film, whatever that really needs you to really expand your awareness, expand your consciousness, it is a wonderful treatment. Okay, so I would advise you to look into it if you're wanting to, you know, do something different in terms of your content work. And if you're new, hi, I welcome you. If you're not, hi, what's up? Okay, I'm sure if you're familiar to my channel, you can probably pick up that my energy is a little bit low. Yes, my energy is a little bit low right now. I actually even took a nap, which is like not that common for me, but I am just feeling like my energy is really low. It is a full moon as well, because I've been wondering what's happening. It's a full moon, and I'm aligned to the moon energy, so I'm also like it's my period, so I think this is just a full moon that is clearing a lot inside of me. So like today I'm going to be gentle with myself, to be honest. Not going to do too much crazy work. After this video I'm probably just going to relax, rest some more. I might even nap again, because the energy is, oh wow, and then hopefully when the moon comes out, I'm going to be sitting under the moon. I think I should do a few, like a little bit of like releasing, cleansing, because that is just what the full moon energy is about. So I'm probably purging something heavy energetically, so I'm just gonna let spirit do what they need to do, and I'm just gonna be patient with myself. Don't mind as well, I have a cup of hot lemon water. Okay, it's winter for us, and it's one of my favorite beverages to like really clear me up and to help me with one, balancing my stomach, my solar plexus, and also just good for general health, blood circulation, weight loss, weight maintenance, so that you don't really gain and become too big. If you're someone who's conscious about their weight, lemon really can hold you down. Okay, and fasting, which is something I commit to as well. So don't mind if I do. So without further ado, with this big delay of an introduction, let me just get straight to the topic. Okay, so I want to talk about, as I said, my journey, my spiritual journey through the Golden Teacher. Okay, so the first time I ever took a Golden Teacher was about a year ago. May, I went to my dealer. It was like a regular dealer that if you don't know, I'm someone who does smoke marijuana occasionally. So a friend of mine wanted to try marijuana. She's like, okay, I've heard so many people talk about this thing. I just want to experience it for myself. Like, okay. So I gave her the pros and cons, and I was someone who was really, to be honest, really, I'm not going to think I'm too much heavy on it. But I still do use marijuana. I do realize the spiritual powers, okay? The spiritual powers it has, but addiction and its negative cons are also something to be mindful of. So, I go with her and I'm like, okay, boo, you know what? Let me just introduce you to a really good, the people that make like a really good strain, or I don't know what you call it, if they make it or they grow it or whatever. And they have like all types of it as well. So, excuse me, we'll go there and you will just ask them and see what one we need. And when we get there, like, he's not even selling us the usual. He's like, are you ready to go on a spiritual journey, to connect with yourself, to travel realms, to connect with your ancestors, to reconcile with your past? Because this mushroom is about to do that for you. The golden teachers were about to do that for you. So he like sold it to us, okay? Like, you know how like these people are sometimes, even with their types of weed, like Blue Mountain, Calypso, Lithium. I don't remember the other ones that I've heard of. Pineapple Express. I'm not aware of the other ones. There's so many, but yeah. So he sold me a dream, and I fell for it. It's like, and I'm someone who was going on a spiritual journey at the time. I was really not at peace in my life and my work. I was not at peace. I was not at peace at all. So I just felt like, okay, this is something that I need, because I was like kind of seeking for that type of experience, and I was no longer kind of having it with marijuana. If you are a smoker, you'll realize that your highs, depending on how long you've smoked, and also depending if you take breaks or not, and the strain and everything, sometimes you don't always reach that high, that first high that you did the first time you smoked, and sometimes you're like always chasing it basically. So I was like, you know what? Oh, and then the clock is 07:07. Wow, that is a sign. Keep going. So I was like, okay, let me just try this with my friend, and she was like, okay, I've never done it before, and if you've never done it before, let's do it. So he gave us advice like to add lemon juice into it, so it's like doesn't taste too bad. And then take like a gram, and then if you don't feel anything in 20 minutes, take another gram. So he gave us an instruction. We don't know how much we bought. We probably bought like maybe 4 grams, if I'm not mistaken. It was like 2 grams each. Um, then I like decided to pray over it, because we were doing it for a spiritual reason. So we didn't want to invite unwanted spirits to deceive us, or delay us or derail us in this journey. We really wanted just to connect to our own inner guidance. So yes, so eventually found myself really like trying to take this thing now, praying over it. And I won't lie, like I really didn't have like a crazy experience. I just felt like very meditative, like very like good vibes, but I wasn't having like any astral travel. I didn't have any visions. My third eye really didn't like open up that much. Neither did my friend. So then I started dating a wonderful man, still am. And he's more like shamanic in his practice. So he took me on this journey again in the end of the year. So I took a higher dose this time. I think I probably took about 2 grams, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Although it could have been more, I'm not sure. And then I did the praying, I sent my intentions, and then I took it with this lovely man. And lo and behold, like I started seeing my spiritual self. Like initially, what will happen when you're on a mushroom trip or a golden teacher trip, you're gonna like see all these lights, like hieroglyphics, like shapes all over. And for me, like they advise that if you're like in a city, because my environment wasn't that great the first time I took it, so it didn't really kick start. And I've taken it as well in a city before, and it didn't really kick start. So environment is important, or getting your mind right, getting your mind prepared for this experience. Like take like play music, play 432 hertz, 528 hertz. Get like those colors, like those trance colors or trance music, if you can find that. Also mushroom trance music, which is more like that party vibe, but I really don't like that music at all. So it wasn't gonna work for me. So yes, but usually 5 to 8, 432 hertz music, 432 hertz music, 5 to 8 hertz music, wonderful. Okay. So I started like seeing my spiritual body like after I started seeing these hieroglyphics, and my partner, like, he just like completely showed up to me in spirit, and like we were like shown like a glorified body. You know how the Bible talks about a glorified body, and like I saw my divine self, and I saw our divine image and who he is in the spirit and who I am. And I don't want to go too much detail because I don't know if spirit wants me to like dive in too deep about that. And then I started connecting with my ancestors. It's like I went to a certain plane where I was like in between two worlds, and then they started speaking to me about like just karmic releasing and things that I should be mindful of, like a certain pattern in my family, like a curse or some like in a way that I need to be aware of that has also been over me, and like basically how to handle it. And yeah, I don't want to speak too much detail about that as well to get too personal, but it was like really shaking. Like it was like quite a earth-shaking experience to actually have that guardianship and that warning about this. And like it kind of also showed me about my current relationship with my partner and my family, and um, kind of like me being pulled away to live my own life in order to fulfill my mission. And yes, and to not be hard on myself, and to not be like, to not repeat the curse, but to do what I need to do, because I'm called to do something different than anyone in my family and any expectations of this agendas of this world. So I have to completely like let all of that go and stuff. So I'm still kind of like still on that transitioning stage of like really fully engaging into my highest mission, through their guidance, obviously, because we don't do this alone. So I also had like visions of things to come. I could feel spirit speak to me. I could connect with like, for me, I'm more earthbound. I didn't realize that. Like, I'm not really I don't want to say I'm not there, but like my trip was more earthbound because of just the, excuse me, of who I am spiritually, being connected to the earth, being connected to the earth nation. I was connecting heavily to the earth nation and the fire nation and the water nation. I don't know if you know what that means, but it's just like different dimensions basically. So I was shown the dimension of fire, the fire realm, or hell, or Hades, if you can call it that. I was connected to the energy of the sun, the energy of the moon. Really was connecting even to my own inner body, my inner beings. Was connected to deities. I was just in a whole nother realm. I was connected to my head, body. Yes, like where I just was just shown really the veil. Like I could see other beings, guardian beings, demonic energies. They were like small, like completely like dark in the energy. And like at one point, I think, well, you don't feel like you're losing your mind, but people around you may think that you are, because thing is, you just step into another world, like you step into another dimension, and like it's just like so crazy. It's so crazy, but it's so amazing, because when I got out of that trip, my trip was like quite long, to be honest. I wasn't obviously like tripping out for all 3 months, but I was like on and off, still felt the energy of the mushroom for about 3 months in my physical body. I don't know about other people, how long it takes. And also, like, you still get information about certain things that you saw, how to make sense of it now in your reality. Okay, the sun just went down. How to make sense of certain situations and experiences. So I was really shown that a lot. I would definitely do it again. I really do plan on doing it again. In fact, I plan on taking another treatment called ayahuasca or San Pedro. I'm actually thinking of even going to meet a shaman and to do it. Like, I wouldn't advise people to just do this by themselves because it can really, it's life changing. Okay, like it's a point of no return. Once you step into the unseen, it's very. If you're someone who's not willing to change, willing to be reborn, willing to just know that after you reach that side that there's no point of return, then it's gonna drive you wild because you're gonna think you're crazy, and you absolutely are. You know, you're waking up. Like you're not. I wouldn't even say you're crazy, but you're waking up. Like you're realizing that the real world is a crazy world, and the dream world or the unseen is what's real, and you just desire to see that and connect with that more and connect to your truth more. So like for me, I won't lie, like I really was just opened up to a whole new world, like, and my calling and my gifts, were kind of shown in a way. And I even saw how I died in the past life. I had to relive that. Okay, so sometimes you actually relive things that you need to heal. So I was like aware of certain traumas that I had, or why I attract like certain experience in my life because of a past life. So it's really healing as well. I really would advise anyone who wants to heal spiritually to think about it. Think about having that experience where you actually get to face your soul, and through the guidance of the golden teacher, through the guidance of the mushroom. Okay, it's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies. Like you might see things that are uncomfortable that you need to face anyway, or see actual beings like your ancestors, demons, witches, warlocks. You can see aliens, whatever and whoever's around you. And it's important to not live in fear, because fear is an illusion, and you are sound mind, and you're divinely guided, and you're divinely protected. So, yeah, guys, this was my very short experience with the golden teacher, but I really still plan on learning from the golden teacher. And I realize the golden teacher is my master, and I'm a student. So I'm still kind of going through further initiations with her, because she's a wonderful teacher and a wonderful healer, and it's not even from this planet. She's actually from the planet Sirius. So is marijuana, an alien plant. That's why we have all these experiences when we actually take this plant. It takes us to another dimension instantly. So I'm glad you enjoyed this video. Many blessings to you. See you in the videos to come. And I'm sorry for my low energy. I'm sure you're probably thinking, what is wrong with her? But it's a full moon, and mama is just needing to really rest. Okay, because as I said, I don't learn astrology, like I live it. So astrology, I start to feel it inside of me. What's happening in the universe is usually happening somewhere inside my body. So anyway, I'll be okay. Much love.